Okay, I'm back from the naughty corner and staying for good, hopefully. Anyway, let's not waste any time and get straight into it. Let's talk about the Islamic regime occupying Iran and censorship. As you may be aware now, the longest politically motivated internet blackout in history that was forced upon the Iranian people, 3 months, has been slowly restoring itself. And this can be for several reasons. The regime is getting desperate. They're suffocating financially and they need cash flow as they're losing about $12 billion a month due to the US naval blockade. It is near impossible for the regime to be able to sustain itself over time. And the internet is one of today's largest avenues of cash flow, so they're opening it up, although still very limited. 2. The US and Israel are managing ways to bypass the regime's internet blockade and are providing communications assistance to the Iranian people. 3. The regime is purposely doing this to track down dissidents, imprison them, and execute them before blocking the internet once again, with a surge in executions of political prisoners taking place as we speak, and other reasons. But anyways, back to the main point, censorship. What's going on and why? What we need to understand is how the regime's hierarchical structure of winning the propaganda war and controlling the narrative from top to bottom is. First, the Islamic regime starts by the suppression of its foremost target, the Iranians themselves within Iran, because they are the largest threat, more than any Israeli fighter jet or American B-2 bomber. Recent reports show that the regime may be actually moving beyond temporary internet blackouts towards something more durable over time, a Chinese-style system of digital control. Second, the regime disseminates Soviet-style Islamo-Marxist propaganda globally to portray a victimized, patriotic narrative during times of war, to gain supporters from the entire political spectrum abroad, from left to right to Islamist. Third, following the decades of investment into educational institutions and the media, including thousands of AI-run bot farms, the second-hand Iranian voices, i.e. the diaspora, i.e. us, are then shut down to prevent us from refuting the regime's propaganda. This is done through many avenues, including one which is highly mobile right now. Telegram groups and underground cyberspaces with thousands of individuals dedicated to taking down and reporting dissident voices, many of which are linked back to the Islamic regime's embassy of that corresponding country. For 3 months straight, Iranians endured the longest communications blackout in history, whilst I, alongside many others in the diaspora, namely Jewish and Iranian influencers, are being taken down. I wonder why. I wonder why the voice for the voiceless is Pakistani shit stains and or juiced up walnuts who can't even get their cock hard without ODing on these and or whatever the fuck this STD riddled shit is, and not actual Iranians. I wonder why. This is no coincidence. It is a well-coordinated campaign by the IRGC's cyber army in order to win the information war. Dissemination and suppression on a global scale, and it successfully made its way onto Australian soil. The group has mental characteristics distinct from those of the individual, and is motivated by impulses and emotions which cannot be explained on the basis of what we know of individual psychology. Edward Bernays, the father of propaganda, aka it is ideology that drives the masses. But now, following the restoration of the internet in Iran, more and more evidence is emerging as to what the Iranian people desire, and what the Iranian people were telling the world before January's massacre of over 40,000. Millions upon millions throughout all 31 provinces of Iran, and there is no single bit of propaganda that can possibly overpower the voice of these Iranians. Be warned, the more you try and silence us, the louder and more patriotic we'll become. Remember, you're dealing with the people who literally come from the oldest surviving nation in the world, Iran. We've seen it all. And you think these bananas are going to stop us? Anyways, fuck you. You're going to be seeing a lot more of this head. The truth will prevail and light will triumph over darkness. پاینده ایران جاوید شاه. Oh, and just in case I get sacked again, I've made accounts on YouTube, Facebook, X, the whole shebang. Go ahead and follow me there. You!
Javisha!